So, okay, we completed chapter 5. And now, the world collapsed, and we're in a room that has too many radiators. Oh. You know, sometimes you see art and you just have to take a moment to appreciate it, you know? This game, let's just face it, this game is art. Don't let anyone ever tell you that video games don't count as art. That is so untrue. You know, it's occurred to me. Think about this. The ancient Egyptians, or just ancient peoples in general, they left behind art on the walls of caves, on stone. They carved things, they painted things. Think about it though. You know, we're talking about tens of thousands of years ago. Well, imagine, if you will, tens of thousands of years later, the modern people will discover video games like this, maybe. And they'll think, this is so old school, it's so archaic, and yet there's a meaning behind it. There's a symbolism, there's an artistic value to it. Provided that, you know, there's human life 10,000 years from now. I mean, they're gonna see this stuff, maybe, and think, wow, how cool. And they'll study it, and they will examine it, and they'll look for meaning behind it. The same as we do with the ancient art that we find on the cave walls or in the pyramids, for instance. Like you and I right now, we can observe this and we can say, yes, this is a video game that exists for the value of its art, but I don't know. Different societies, many years from now, might examine something like this and try to extract the meaning from it, the culture from it. And like it or not, I mean, liminal spaces, it has kind of become a part of our culture in some sense. And that's neither a good thing or a bad thing. It's just cultures develop, cultures grow, cultures change. And I would like to think that if future generations came across this, they would get something out of it. They would appreciate its inherent value. Now, I know that some people would look at this game and they wouldn't like it. They would say that it's just a walk-in simulator. And in general, if a game is called a walk-in simulator, people typically have a negative connotation with that term. But it's not always such a bad thing, I think. I think the value of this game is that if you play it alone, with no one else, and not to mention if you play it without any ulterior purpose, like me, because I'm playing this but I'm also making content from it, so yeah, I kind of have an ulterior purpose. But if you just play the game by yourself, you're left with your own observations, you're left with your own thoughts. And I think that's the point. The games like this are kind of like leading you to yourself and your own thoughts and your own observations instead of taking in everything else. And, I think it's important to cultivate that. Again, like I was talking about earlier, silence. The silence that we're not very comfortable with. I think that's why these liminal spaces are so unsettling sometimes. It's because it leaves us with ourselves. Now this contraption. Look, I'm all about scary water slides. I'm not really sold on the death machine aspect of this. I don't know. I guess being sliced in half would technically fit the definition of thrilling and scary, but I don't know if I personally would care to. I guess, okay. I guess that can't reach me if I try it. Okay. Well, when in Rome, right? I better not get hurt. I'm gonna sue this place. Yes, that's right. I am gonna sue this liminal space. Theme park. Whatever you want to call it. By the way, wow. So this neighborhood is like submerged. Wow, I feel bad. You hate to see all these cookie cutter houses submerged. But it does look cool. Sounds like someone is trying to speak. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. That looks like an interesting path. But, okay, let's go this way. I'm not going to be able to go, like, every way that I want to, but we're going to go this way for now. This is it. This is the back rooms that I know. The liminal space that I know. The white tiles. Every time it's the white tiles. Alright, let's climb down this ladder here. There's the pipes. In a certain sense, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Chapter 0. If you haven't seen that one yet, that one was one of my favorites. Highly recommended. Let's go through this door. Let's Oh man. This might have been a furniture store that also got submerged. Very, I have to say, very fancy. Very, very fancy. I like it. There is no way, like, am I supposed to believe that these are, like, where people slept? Nah, that's way too uncomfortable. I don't think they slept there. No. It is interesting, though, I will say that. More pipes. We got a little ladder here. Let's climb. I think the sound in this game is amazing. I think it's perfect. You know, there may not be music all the time, but the sounds that you make just by existing are cool. It's funny, from this perspective, it kind of looks like a road leading into a dark void. And the little lights are like the dotted lines on the road. Ooh. Okay. Look at this tone shift. This is like a sepia tone almost. Huh. Yeah, I definitely think you have to play this game multiple times to find everything. I don't think it's possible in one playthrough to explore the entire map. But gosh, I mean, these maps are just huge. I mean, seriously. This looks like a confusing maze. But I do like the theme. These black and white tiles, I think black and white just go together. Single chair. Then there's another clock. And the clock is actually moving. It's working. So, okay. Time still works in liminal spaces. Confirmed. Nice. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Look at this wall. I don't even know what material it is. It's like, I tell you what, it's like I have this desk with this sort of, I don't know what you call it, but this glassy white material. And I didn't even notice this before, but there's a sheep. Wait a minute. Hang on. Guys, this is kind of unsettling. This sheep is not a stuffed animal like I thought it was. This is an actual live animal. Hi. So, you exist. Okay. I guess you're waiting for someone to come into the room and spend some time with you, you know? Maybe have some, unsweetened iced tea. Well, I wish I could stay. Really, I wish I could stay, but duty calls, you know? I feel a little less lonely knowing that there is at least one other living thing that doesn't seem outwardly harmful in this liminal space. Gives me a little bit of hope. Not only that, but it looks like we have some moving parts here. This is some wild steampunk visualizations here. Like, wow. This is amazing. Really cool. I'm very curious about this world. Like, this is something that I genuinely wonder, okay? Like, the people behind this game, do they think of some type of story for this world? Or is it just kind of random? This is... Wow. This is incredible. Remember what I said before? That video games can be art? I swear, one of these days, museums around the world are going to have these robots that people can control remotely from their home computers, and they can view the museums with these, like, drones that have cameras on them. And that's kind of what this video game is. It's like looking at a museum, but distantly. So, if I'm looking at this right, we got two giants who are playing chess, except the pieces are alive. This is an amazing visual. I just gotta say, like, I keep looking at it, I'm so impressed. This is genius level. And this is art. Make no mistake, this is art. I will stand by this notion. Yes, video games are definitely art. And I gotta say, this is maybe my favorite Pools level. I think it gives Chapter 0 a run for its money. I find myself really enjoying this. Wow. What did I just say? Literally, what did I just say about art and museums? Wow. I especially love this one. I really like that. You can sit down and just kind of look at things. It's cool. I wonder where these images come from. Well, that's a pretty big chair. I don't think I'm gonna be able to... No, I can't sit on that. I'd like to, but I can't. I can't. Interesting. Garfield actually visited this liminal space, it looks like. Wow. Nothing. Oh, that's interesting. I like this one. Okay, I'm starting to like this a little bit less than before. This is absolutely unnerving. It's still art, though. It's still art. Yeah, let's not forget that this is supposed to be kind of a scary game as well. Sometimes it might be easy to forget that. Wow. I gotta tell you, I think this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite Pools level, by far. I might have to come back to this on my own time. Okay, now... Ooh. What in the world? See, I don't recommend this. I really don't recommend putting your bed there. You could put your bed in a million different places. I don't recommend putting it on the tracks like that. Ooh, that's a little bit, a little bit unnatural there. I kind of have a theory about this place. I don't know if it's what the creators intended, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I wonder if this place is purgatory. I wonder if it's a cross-section between the mortal life and the immortal life. I wonder if this is like a middle ground between life and the afterlife. You know? But then again, you look through these windows and you see this pulsated flesh, and you just don't know what to think. And I don't know what to think. I kind of don't want to see what's at the top, because that's just weird, isn't it? That's just kind of weird. This is like, I don't know, it's like a fever dream in a certain sense. And that's another theory. Maybe the pools. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe the character is actually in a very advanced coma, and these are the visuals, these are the adventures, these are the things that are happening. And maybe if you find your way out of these pools, you find your way out of the coma. I don't know. There's something about all this that feels kind of forbidden as well. Like, you're not really supposed to be here. You stumbled upon something that was better left undiscovered. That's kind of the sense that I get as well. Well, maybe the answer is up this ladder. I have been recording at this point for nearly 1 hour. That tells you how engaging this story has been, this game has been. Crazy. That's a cool chair. I could sit down on it. Okay, I'm done. This game is a visual masterpiece. Well, that's a little bit unsettling. I mean, wow. Okay. Do you think I should turn back and have some tea with the sheep? I'm starting to think that might have been the best decision I could have made, because now this game is showing its fangs. You know what I'm saying? It's getting a little bit scary. It's getting a little bit dicey around here. Here, I hear kind of this buzzing sound now. What is this mess here? I have to see this. Oh. Well. Someone's been causing some mischief here. Wow. What if this doesn't end? Like, what if this is just procedurally generated and it just keeps going? I know that someone is going to make a Backrooms game that's going to be like that. It's procedurally generated, kind of like Minecraft, and it doesn't actually have a technical end. It just keeps going. You just keep discovering things. That would be something. That would be something, I tell you. Anyway. Okay. Ooh, it's a little bit claustrophobic. I don't like it. don't like when the space becomes constricted. That's usually when bad things happen. How do we get out of this maze? Okay, I think I have to go this way. I was about to say something that would have killed the monetization of this video if it was monetized. I almost exclaimed something that would have been not very appropriate. I changed my mind. I don't want to host a dinner party anymore. That is so strange. Alright, well, it's nice to be popular, but not like that. This game is... Oh, come on. You. Nope. Stop following me, please. Oh, I'm not controlling this. What's going on? Okay. I know the strategy. You just have to keep looking at them. They're not gonna move if you keep looking at them. I should not turn my back on them, though. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Am I just that tired? Yeah. Clearly they're moving, though. This is another WTF moment, I think. Wow. That was amazing. I felt like I walked 1,000 miles. This game is... Look, when it comes to liminal spaces, you're not going to get much better than this. What an amazing game. I absolutely love it. And I hope you did too. I want to thank everyone for watching this video. And, yeah. I hope that this game continues to grow. As you can see, after doing this, Chapter 0 has unlocked. I don't know what happened to Chapter 4, but I'm pretty sure I did Chapter 4, unless I'm wrong, but... Anyway, I won't babble on for too much longer. I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you watching, and I hope this video truly relaxed you. And I will see you in another video. Until then.